Welcome back to Daily Riot. And today we have breaking news. President Joe Biden has just made a deal to allow 42,000 federal workers to work from home. Why has he done this? Well, it seems to be that he's trying to hide them from the Department of Government Efficiency, headed by Elon and Vivek. Apparently, he thinks by allowing them to work from home, they won't have to come into work, and Elon won't see them and be able to fire them. Here's the biggest issue I have with this, right? Why is Joe Biden trying to have the government, or I should say the taxpayers, us, pay for dead weight, right? If Elon goes ahead and evaluates these employees and finds out that, they're a waste of space, they're wasting our tax dollars, and cuts them loose, what's bad about that? Let us know, Joe. Sleepy Joe Biden. Let us know why you don't want this dead weight cut loose. This is the reason. This is exactly the reason why taxes just keep growing and growing under Democrats, because they just keep hiring more and more people who are wastes of space. Now, let's go ahead and real quick, we're going to take a quick look at what people are saying. This is bullish. None of this should stand. Biden is intentionally interfering with the next administration. Yeah, he's absolutely trying to sabotage Trump before he even gets here. I mean, he obviously did that with the whole Russia-Ukraine thing by approving long-range ballistic missile fire. It's very obvious, right? For anyone who sees this happening, any bystander can tell you that, yeah, he's trying to sabotage Trump before he gets here. January 20th, it will be undone. Anything he does, Trump will undo or they get canned. Yeah, I mean, what is this going to do? Slow Trump down for like a day? Because Trump can easily undo any of these things, right? It's very simple. Here's something someone posted. On August 3rd, 1981, over 12,000 members of the Professional Air Force Traffic Controllers Association walked off their jobs, striking for higher pay, shorter hours, and increased benefits. Unexpectedly, President Ronald Reagan decided to fire the strikers, prosecute their leaders, and decertify their union. It's that simple, right? I mean, forget what they tell you. Like, hey, a president can't do that. A president can't do this. They can do that and not this. Listen, we just watched President Joe Biden for the last 4 years do all manner of things that would be seen as unconstitutional. All kinds of things that are basically like unspoken rules that like presidents should follow or have followed over the years. I mean, there isn't really anything saying they can or can't do any of this stuff because there isn't. All of this stuff is like basically just unspoken rules of conduct, right? That everyone has just followed. But as we see Biden and what he did, there's no such things as rules. All right, when it comes to presidents, they have unrestricted power to do whatever they want unless somebody tries to stop them, right? Congress can try to stop them. All of these different entities out there can try to stop them, but the president ultimately has executive control, executive power to execute anything he wants to execute, right? I mean, if you try to stop him after the fact, good luck. And let's see how that turns out. But like in the meantime, he can basically do whatever he wants. So if he wants to say, you know what, Social Security Administration, 42,000 workers, you guys are working at home. Guess what? You're coming into work starting tomorrow. Oh, you're not going to do that? You're not going to do that? You have a contract? Hey, guess what? The contract is now null and void under the authority of the President of the United States. Bye. Bye. You can come into work tomorrow or you can get the hell out. Get your shit and get out. Here's the thing. People elected Trump because they wanted somebody to just go ham on these people, all right? We want this stuff slashed. He needs to take an axe and drop a metaphorical nuke on the entire government and wipe out all of this excess baggage, all of these taxes that are going to these people who are just stealing money. Effectively, that's the way I see it. If you're sitting there all day doing nothing, and I've seen several videos federal employees talking about most days we don't even do anything. We just sit here waiting for a meeting to happen or something like that. Bro, that's called stealing. You're stealing money from us. You're stealing money from the taxpayer. All right, that's got to stop. So hopefully, I mean, I know Elon. We saw what he did with Twitter, right? He whacked that thing down from like 7,000 employees down to 2,000, and it's even operating better than it did before. Please, Elon, get in there and just grab an axe. And Vivek and you need to grab an axe and, metaphorically chop down the forest of dead trees, because it seems to be there's plenty, right? And even on his way out, this douche knot right here is just trying to save those people's jobs and continue the theft of tax dollars. So, here's the article. Says a Biden administration appointee has agreed to lock in hybrid work protections for tens of thousands of Social Security staff, part of a slew of organized labor efforts that complicate President-elect Biden or President-elect Donald Trump's efforts to reshape the federal workforce. Yeah, to complicate. Hey, guess what another word for that is? Sabotage. All right? So, anyways, you guys know how I feel about that, and I'm pretty sure I know how you guys feel about that, because you're sick and tired of having to pay all these taxes to people who don't deserve it. Now, if these people come into work and Elon takes a look at them and or whatever they set up, however they set this up to measure their performance and find out that they're worthless, why keep them around, dude? Like, it's just common sense. Why keep these people around? California Dems flip House seat in the final race. People are screaming about California cheating. They took about 30 days to count 300,000 votes. Yeah, I mean, look, Florida counted 21 million votes in one day. 21 million votes in one day. California takes 30 days to count 300,000 votes. I mean, it's my personal opinion and everybody else's that California cheated. Yes, they cheated. There's in my mind, there's no question. And here's how they would do that, by the way. I thought about this. So I'm just like, how would they be cheating? Like, how would taking longer to count these votes be, how would they use that to cheat, right? So I thought to myself, okay, like what you would do here is basically start counting the ballots. And every time you saw a ballot that was for a Republican, you take that and put it aside, okay? You keep going. Oh, here's a Democrat vote. Good. We'll count that one. Keep going. Republican. Oh, let's put these aside. Oh, here's a Democrat vote. Pick this and start just picking out all of the Democrat votes and count those. Now, why would it take them 30 days, though? Why would it take them 30 days? I thought about that, too. So it takes, there's a time limit, right? You have 30 days to turn in these votes, to turn in the count. The final count has to be turned in 30 days. So what happens after that 30 days if there's still votes left uncounted? They just become null and void. So they probably counted the votes a long time ago. They already had the number, right? They had their number. So why did they wait 30 days? Oh, so that if anyone questions them after the fact and goes, well, that's interesting. The Republicans were winning, and then all of a sudden you guys take all this time to count, and then it flips to Democrat? How does that happen? Oh, we have a bunch of votes we weren't able to count. It just took a long time for us to do it because, we were just double, triple, quadruple checking all the votes because we care about everyone's votes. So, it took us 30 days. We have 30 days to turn it in, and the votes that were left over, sorry, we didn't get to them. So they're null and void. Oh, let's take a look at these votes real quick. Trump needs to get in there and go, I'm just curious. Let's take a look at those votes real quick. And you're going to find an entire pile of Republican votes there sitting. That's my personal opinion. I mean, that's the only way they would do it. Is the reason why they take so long is it doesn't take that long to count these votes, all right? As we've seen every other state do, it doesn't take that long. The only way to take so long to count these votes is to play these shenanigans, and also they take that long so that you can't hold them accountable for it. You can't be like, oh, you guys cheated. It's like, no, we didn't. It just took us a long time to count the votes. And here's the other votes. We still have them. We didn't throw them away. You can't say anything to us about anything. Like, we just took a long time. And we have 30 days. Really, we have 30 days to count these votes. You can't. So it's snake in the grass tactics. And it's something I would expect from New Scum. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these comments on X here. Has counting votes more than 3 weeks after an election is over ever resulted in Republican win. Any state, any county that is still counting votes on November 6, 2024 is cheating. Welcome to California, where we don't ID and the votes don't matter. Long counts favor cheaters. Yeah. California does not allow election workers to ask for voter ID. Cheating. California sees how many votes they need to manufacture on election night, and they manufacture them. Cheating. California takes over 20 days to count 300,000 votes. Cheating. Nancy Pelosi's daughter is curing votes. Cheating. Did I mention cheating? Trump needs to investigate big time. Some people need to go to jail. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think people are going to go to jail because they have plausible deniability. They just say it took us forever to count those votes because we care. We care so much about the votes. That's why it took so long. RNC got Trump elected and went home congratulating themselves over minuscule majorities in Congress by not prosecuting the stolen seats. They are handing Congress over to the Democrats through the rhinos, and threatening to jail cheaters someday is a pathetic cope. Yes, it is. It definitely has me extremely angry and upset that California did cheat. I mean, it's definitely my opinion that California 100,000% cheated. All right, guys, leave a like on the video and subscribe. It's good for the algorithm and it helps this video get out there. Until the next one.